Remember when Subway was everywhere? Every high street, every shopping center, tucked between a Greg's and a fish and chip shop. It felt like you couldn't walk 5 minutes without passing one. Whether you were grabbing a bite between uni lectures or doing the cheeky footlong routine after a night out, it was there. And you always knew when you were close because of that weird smell. You could smell it before you saw it. That smell used to mean a lunch custom made to your demands. And for a while, it was also the smell of success. Believe it or not, Subway once had more locations in the UK than McDonald's, KFC, or any other fast food chain. But that dominance has slowly faded. The brand's footprint is shrinking quietly and consistently with one locked door after another. So, what happened? How did this sandwich empire fall out of favor in a country that literally invented the sandwich? Today, we're diving into the slow and sad death of Subway in the UK. Subway opened its first UK shop in Brighton back in 1996, when Oasis was still topping the charts and the Spice Girls had just released Wannabe. Into that world came an American import, promising a fast food experience that felt fresh, different, and completely customizable. You built your own sandwich, picking your own bread, choosing your meat and vegetables, added the sauce, deciding whether it was going to be toasted or not, and walked out feeling like you've made something personal. Compared to a soggy burger under a heat lamp, it felt like the smarter, more grown-up option, and maybe even the healthy one. Eat fresh was the brand's big pitch, and for a while, it really worked. There were no deep fat fryers, no greasy smells wafting through the air, just clean counters, fresh vegetables, and a sense that you were in charge of what went into your meal. Putting together an Italian sub felt like a smart, healthier choice, even if it was swimming in Southwest sauce and packed with more sodium than an entire multi-pack of Walker's crisps. Through the 2000s and early 2010s, Subway expanded rapidly across the UK. By 2015, more than 2,000 stores were operating from Aberdeen to Plymouth. The brand's appeal came partly from how easy it was to set up. Locations didn't need much space, and shops popped up in service stations, small high street units, and even inside university student union buildings. Subway was everywhere. If there was a small retail gap, chances were it would get a sandwich counter. But that rapid expansion came with serious downsides, and one of the biggest was the way Subway handled its franchise system. It's one of the most aggressive in the fast food world. In theory, it works well when local entrepreneurs run the stores while the company provides the brand, the structure, and the supply chain. But in the UK, it created a mess. Subway kept approving new locations dangerously close to existing ones. Some were just streets apart, others opened inside the same shopping centers as older shops. Instead of growing the business, franchisees found themselves competing for the same customers, the same foot traffic, and even the same delivery drivers. It stopped feeling like a partnership and started feeling like a fight to stay afloat. As more stores began to struggle, franchisees started speaking out. Some said they were pressured to open additional locations, even while their first ones were already losing money. Others pointed to strict control from Subway headquarters, which left them with little flexibility. Prices were set, suppliers were predetermined, and profit margins were often too thin to stay viable. When sales began to dip, there wasn't much they could do to course correct, yet they were still expected to pay full royalties and fees. What began as a promising opportunity slowly started to feel like a losing game. At the same time, the brand's healthy image began to unravel. For years, Subway sat in this safe zone, better than burgers, cleaner than fried chicken. But then people started reading the fine print. In 2020, the Irish Supreme Court ruled that Subway's bread didn't legally qualify as bread due to its high sugar content. Under Irish tax law, it was reclassified as cake, a headline that made international news and instantly went viral. The ruling didn't apply to the UK, but that didn't matter. The story took off online, sparked memes, and cast a shadow over the very thing that had always defined the Subway experience: the smell of fresh bread, which now felt a little suspicious. It now seemed a bit more like something synthetic you'd find in a microwavable dinner, not a proper bakery. At the same time, the in-store experience was sliding downhill. Fast food relies on speed and consistency, but walking into a Subway became a gamble. Some shops still looked sharp and moved quickly, but others felt neglected, like they hadn't been properly cleaned or updated in years. Floors were sticky, the veg looked tired, and the bread often seemed like it had been sitting out since breakfast. Even the staff experience was inconsistent. Some were friendly and quick on the counter, others looked genuinely miserable. Meanwhile, the competition was evolving. High Street started filling up with fresher, bolder, more exciting options. Leon, Itsu, Pret, Greg's new hot food menu, even small independent cafes were stepping up their lunch game. You could get artisan wraps, fresh grain bowls, or hot ciabattas that felt more premium for the same price or less. These places felt modern. Subway, on the other hand, felt stuck. Still pushing the same core menu, same faded posters, same "would you like a cookie with that" energy. Let's not forget the pandemic either. COVID hit the fast food industry hard, but for Subway, it was brutal. Lots of locations were based in office-heavy areas. Once work from home kicked in, foot traffic vanished. Some shops couldn't keep the lights on. While other fast food giants like McDonald's and KFC were quick to adapt, rolling out slick apps, expanding delivery, and constantly launching new products, Subway struggled to keep up. To be fair, Subway has tried to course correct. In 2021, they rolled out a global brand refresh. They introduced new bread recipes, brought in better meats and cheeses, even gave some shops a mini facelift. But most of that momentum barely registered in the UK. If you blinked, you probably missed it. The new menu items didn't feel that new. The rebrands weren't rolled out consistently. Another major problem for Subway has been cultural relevance. Fast food today isn't just about what you eat, but also about vibe, aesthetic, and how well a brand fits into the moment. In a world where food trends go viral overnight and new brands gain traction through TikTok and Instagram, Subway doesn't register. Instead, it's faded into the background. Reliable in some ways, but easy to overlook. Even Subway's partnerships and marketing feel dated. While Burger King's doing collabs with Doritos and McDonald's is out here remixing menu hacks into full-blown campaigns, Subway's still pushing the same sliced meat trio and a cookie. In the age of viral menus and cult branding, safe equals invisible. But is Subway completely doomed in the UK? Not quite. It still has a solid presence, especially in travel hubs and quieter towns. Some people genuinely like it, others go out of habit, and for better or worse, you do know what you're getting. There's comfort in predictability. But the numbers tell the story. Subway in the UK is slowly shrinking. There hasn't been a dramatic collapse or a major scandal driving it, just a steady decline. Store by store, the lights are going out. Signs come down, doors stay locked, and bread bins sit empty, one quiet closure at a time. But what do you reckon? Is Subway still worth saving in the UK, or is its time up? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we'd love to hear your take. And if you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell so you don't miss any more proper deep dives like this one. Cheers for watching, and we'll catch you next time.